1 month living in a 2025 Casita travel trailer, 17 feet long, net length about 14 maybe. But this is my home base here in Carrizozo, New Mexico. Beautiful place. This is May the 4th, 2025 at about, I don't know, 8 a.m. or so. But anyway, this is my 2025 Casita. I'll show you what I've done, some of the things, and we'll go through it right now. So, of course, it comes with 2 propane tanks. That's a electric winch thing to raise it up and down. It's got a lock on the hitch thing there, and I put that little cover. So I added that right there, that little cover for the electric winch thing. And what else have I done? Of course, I got my little water filter thing there. I got both valves open. I've got a drain hose. All I use the tanks for are shower water, kitchen water. I poop in a bag and pee in a jug. Throw the bag in the trash, pour the pee on the ground. And I got me some chocks for the wheels, wheel covers, and we'll talk more about the inside in just a minute. I've got my stabilizer jacks down. It's got a 6-gallon hot water electric heater. It's got a hot water heater that's electric or propane. There's a 80 amp AGM battery in there on the little deal that slides in and out. 30 amp connection. Got a tire cover on the back. That's a spare tire, comes in handy. Also, there's a hose in here. And what else? Got another cover over here for the tires. That cord going in there goes, follow the yellow brick road here to my Starlink. It's the I don't know what they call it. It's $80 a month. It's unlimited. For sure, but the speeds aren't all that great. It comes in handy. Is it worth 80 bucks? Probably not. I get about 150 to 180 down, and then upload speeds, which are anywhere from 6 to 12. Not very good. What else? This is my water hose coming in here. And now we'll go inside, and we'll talk more about that. Yeah, it has these cute little solar lights outside. Got one in the front and one on the side. So here we go inside. Okay, loop-de-loop. I just use a towel there. You know, you can buy you a fancy outside rug, inside rug. You do you, I do me. Got me some key hangers here. These two come with the RV, and I added 3 more of those cheapies you can get on Amazon. There's a little light up here, right there. And then over here, I've added 2 of those hooks. And then I just use plastic bags from grocery stores for trash, 1 bag a day about. That's shoe storage. Then I've got my walking shoes inside the closet. I'll show you in just a second. And then we'll go on in here. But yeah, it's a nice place. I like it. I lived in a 2019 Casita for 2 years. I've lived in this one for 1 full month. Yeah, that little handle right here comes in handy. They added that in about 2020. And yeah, the other thing, we'll talk about that in a minute. But this is the closet. And you can see that it doesn't hold that many clothes, but enough for me. And then, of course, I've got a garage with some more clothes in it. And then that's storage down here. There's some shoes there and stuff. You can put anything. It's pretty deep. You can put a lot of stuff in there. The thing you should try to do, though, is just not have much stuff. And then this is the shower. I added a lot of those little non-slip things, and I think you should too, because I think they only come with 4, and you certainly don't want to slip and fall in this. Well, you couldn't hardly fall. It's not big enough. Okay, there's the pee jug. This is the bag, the magic bag. And then right here, I've got the bags in there, along with toilet paper, because I didn't get the storage over on this side with the sink, because it gives me all that extra space. I just wanted the extra space. As far as the toilet paper, it seems to do fine right there. And then this is the shower curtain back here, wraps around the vent pipe from the plumbing right here. And it works great. You can leave the shower door open when you're taking a shower. And as far as the height, if you're 5'8", living in a Casita would be heaven, okay? If you're 6'2", well, you're going to hit your head. See, whenever you get in the shower, normally you'll pull this down, okay, to close the vent, okay, and then you'll open the vent when you get out. But when it's down like that, my head hits that, okay? But it only takes a few times. And also this right here is these edges are sharp. So what I did, I covered them with half-inch plastic tubing and taped it on there all the way around, or on three sides, and then the bottom. Yeah, because you'll bump your head on this. You'll cut your head on that, more than likely. It's got two towel holders, one here. Well, I say two. It's got one. I just hang it on the door. And then that goes. I also took off. There is a hitch for the door here, so the door will stay closed, like right here. I ain't worried about the door, okay? And there's your only mirror. If you need more, you get them. I added the clock and the temperature gauge with a humidity level thing. There's my TV. It's a 20-inch TV, and I've just got it sitting there on that cushion, which works fine. Those little blocks are something I just had somewhere. And then up above, all the way around pretty much, there's storage. It's not very, you can see how big it is. It's not very deep. You can put some, this is all my shaving, toothbrush stuff. This is that moisturizer stuff I use. And then bath stuff. And then down here I've got a few canned goods, peanut butter, beer holders, and some miscellaneous stuff down there. So you can use that for anything you choose to. There is storage down here underneath these bench seats. The other RV I had, the other Casita I had the swivel chairs, and there was no storage underneath, and they were really a little bulky. So now I prefer the bench seats over the swivel, okay, because you got that storage underneath. It does come in handy. There's not a lot of room under there, so you kind of have to end up with a jungle of wires for if you do YouTube videos and stuff. And then what else have we got here? This is a 3.2 cubic foot refrigerator. And one of the things they did before, all of these little buttons were exposed and you'd bump them. But now they've got Dometic to build them a little refrigerator that has a cover over all of these little buttons so you can't accidentally bump into them. As far as the size of the unit, I'll show you. This is 3.2 cubic feet, I think, and you can get quite a bit of stuff in there. It's full right now, and the freezer. It's got a little freezer. But yeah, it's enough for one person. I also have a refrigerator in my two-car garage. And let's go up this way. This right here, this would normally be where the microwave would be. Okay, I didn't get a microwave, and the reason is, ta-da! Look at all that stuff. Okay, I also added. See that little light strip there? And it also has a motion detector. I just don't have it set up, and I don't plan to. But yeah, that comes in handy. But without the microwave, you've got a lot of storage. But over there in that upper right corner, there's a double 110 outlet. All right, does that come in handy? Yeah, because I use this, I use what's called a Casori water boiler thing, and that's the platform for setting it on. You set that out here and put the thing on it and boil water for your breakfast, which all my breakfast stuff is over here, and then I've got some other stuff on the other side. This makes a good place to prepare my breakfast right there. Then when it's done, light goes off. So there it is. Okay, that goes up, and then up here, more storage. I put chips and just miscellaneous stuff up here, whatever. You know what I mean. Storage is storage. You use it your way, I use it my way. And then over here, there's some storage above the vent hood. The vent hood basically just recycles the air. Your real vent is right here. Okay, punch this. This is a I don't know what, max air fan, and it's got 10 speeds. And it'll move air in and out. Okay, I just have it right now in exhaust, and that way if I'm cooking, I just punch the button and out goes whatever, And it also comes with a remote. I never used it. I didn't use it in 2019. I don't use it now. Of course, they had to change something else. This is the control for your heat and your cooling. And of course, it's got its little tricks. You'll just have to learn it. You punch that twice, select cool or hot, turn it, punch high, low, or whatever, punch it again, set the temperature. They couldn't just have a little thing you turn. No, it's got to be difficult. But anyway, it works okay. Once you figure it out, it's fine. And then what else? There's storage down here under the sink. I added, you see this little bar right here? That's one of those bars. They stretch all the way across, and then you can tighten them up to hold stuff. And I just put some pots and pans up there. There's still a lot of storage in there, you know, that you can use for other stuff. And something else they've done, when I had my Casita, you see this little button right here? That's for the 12-volt water pump. The other one had a switch, and what would happen is you would bump that switch, and you really can't hardly hear the pump until you're laying in bed at night or something. You hear this, well, that's because you had bumped the switch during the day. They made a cover for it on aftermarket, but Casita decided to do something a little different, which I'm glad they did. Yeah, this little button works great, and you can't accidentally turn on the 12-volt water pump. I have a 2-burner cooktop, gas, propane, and I got 2 propane bottles, got plenty of propane. And the little sink that, they have an option for a much deeper sink if you're into sinks. And did I show you this up here? Yeah, this is just more storage. And I added this little platform thing here because there was a lot of wasted space above, and I just happened to have this, okay? And anyway, it comes with mini blinds. They also make some other kind of shades. As far as the mini blinds are the typical cheap shades that you can buy at Walmart or anywhere. I do YouTube videos, and that's the gang part of them. And yeah, I've been looking at options on these windows. I may come up with something else. But anyway, the storage around, I'll show you. Okay. This rear one right here probably holds quite a bit because it goes all the way across. Okay, like that. And you can put all kinds of stuff up in there. This is a big rear window right here. I've just got that blackout curtain on it, and it's held up at the top with Velcro. Across works fine. Knocks down the heat load 50% or a lot. Keep my towels, underwear, and stuff up here. Don't have much. What else? This is the air conditioner. It's a 9200 BTU air conditioner. It also has a 1200 volt or watt heat strip. And yeah, you can use it for electric heat or air conditioning cooling. I did not get the propane heater that would have gone right here and taken up this whole space. And the reason is because you got all this storage here, okay? So, but if you're in an area where it's really going to be cold, the furnace works. It'll cook you. And then underneath the bed is storage. This bed I bought from Casita. The cushions that were there, they remove and put this bed in, and so I don't have those cushions or anything. And so that bed is basically semi-permanent. But there's storage underneath there. They got my files there. You could get probably 2 cases of beer or whatever in there. You can get a lot of stuff in there. And then, of course, there is storage under these things. I don't use them for much. As you can see, I just have some miscellaneous junk in there. And they're not accessible from the top. Well, they are too. So you could access them from the top, be more trouble. But at the head of the bed here, I added some of this Reflectix, and behind that is some 3M insulation because the sun sets kind of on that side of the RV and shines in that window. So I blocked that heat load pretty much totally. And then up here, miscellaneous storage up here. You got another hook here. You could use it for maybe a dish towel or something. If you use it for a towel of any kind, what you'll find is when you're sitting here, that towel is going to be rubbing on your hair. So I got another one of those little hooks that I have, the little miracle hooks that I have, and put that there and move that over. And that hook just looks at me now. But anyway, what else? Oh, as far as this runner, this is a bath mat. But it's like, I don't know, 14 by 5 feet, and does it work? Yeah, it's perfect, because that way, whenever you come out of the shower, whenever you get through with your shower, you can stand in there and pretty much dry off entirely or close, and then you can step out onto a bath mat here and finish your bath, you know what I mean? You're adding your ingredients or whatever you do to your body after you shower. And then whatever else I can think of. Oh, something else I do. This stuff here is really good stuff. I mean, this is an upgrade on the stuff on the side. I don't know what it's called, but it really works well. It has a little soundproofing, a little insulation and other value, I guess. These cushions on the chairs are okay. Uh, See, I just stick my floss and my toothpicks, just stick them in there, and they're handy after I finish a meal. And I got some over here too. So at night when I finish my snack, I got them over there. Uh, yeah, so that comes in handy. And then I got this, I got some clinics there, a flashlight. I got another flashlight down here. The mind changer's somewhere around here. And then that's what I put over my eyes at night to darken the area. Let me start turning lights off. And then what else was I going to show you? Oh, up here. Yeah, there's a 12 volt outlet there and two USB ports there. Okay. And a double 110 right next to it. And that's where they mount the TV. I didn't want the TV there because I don't lay in bed and watch TV. I sit here if I'm going to watch it, and there it is right there. And then what else? Oh, the everything drawer. You got to have that. This is my dish drawer. Everything got pliers and everything in it. And I just have one knife, one fork, one spoon. You know, and if I'd have put a dish tray in there with knives, forks, spoons, then I'd have lost the value of all this space. That, you know, I got my scissors in here. That's a can opener, bottle opener, tape measure, you know, miscellaneous stuff. And yeah, so this way that works fine. Saves a lot of space because a dish tray, it's just to me, it's just useless. Okay. And then what else can I tell you? As far as the height, I'm about 6'2", not quite, but my head it's right at the seat. It doesn't touch it, but it's close. Okay, as you can see. All right. I mean, we're close. We're probably an inch, maybe. Ding, ding, ding. So, yeah, but it works out okay. Again, I say if you're 5'8", you're in heaven if you want a casita. Okay. You know, 5'8" or below, sheesh, you got it made, man. But anyway, let's walk outside now. I'll open this. Turn this light off. See this little button right here? This is for the light. Oh, and then you can also, your exhaust fan, you just push that up. It's up now. And this is much better setup than the old one on the 2019. And this light, I love this light ring. Puts out plenty of light in the shower. So that's good. And then of course I added, this is new. I replaced the one it came with. It's the cheapo. And added a new shower head right there, and it works perfectly. It has a little on-off switch on the handle, cut the water off. Why do I have it over there as opposed to right here on this hook where it's supposed to go? Because it's in the way, you know. And then you got these two little shelves here. This is a spritzer I use occasionally. Got some shampoo stuff. And then there's a blank up here I haven't got anything in. And I'll show you one more thing. If you decide to change that shower head out, it's real easy. Easy peasy. Because the knobs and stuff are right here inside of this closet. Real easy to get to. You just twist them loose, take the old one out, put the new one in. I also have a light in the closet here, and not so much to see at the top, but to see what's down on the bottom. Okay. So, but I got that off. Okay, and then we slide this back a little bit here, and now we will go outside. I'll finish the video and tell you that so far, after 1 month in the new 2025 Casita travel trailer from Casita RV Rice, Texas, I would say I would give it a 9. The reason is I like the other one. I like this one even better. Minor adjustments, typical of buying a new RV. And yeah, this place here, see, it's got all this concrete. There was a double wide mobile home here. And yeah, it's 3 acres of land and in a beautiful spot. I'll kind of do a 360 and let you see what we got here. This is in New Mexico, near Carrizozo, New Mexico, May 4th, 2025. Wind. Oh, I have that every year. I put up a new windsock. Yeah, the wind right now, that's out of the north. And yeah. But you can see, you just got a wonderful view here, total privacy. You know, people want me to go traveling to different places. Why would I want to go traveling anywhere, man? I mean, we have our windy days. If there is a downside here, it's the wind occasionally. But other than that, it's wonderful. I like it. Because most of the time the wind is out of a direction that I can sit in my garage living room and enjoy myself. So you got a beautiful view of the mountains here. That's my storage building and the electrical stuff. There's Matilda, the trash can. Waltzing Matilda. But yeah, we go in the garage. Here's the 2-car garage. Great. You know, I added the concrete. That cost me about $8,000, $7,000, whatever it was, a lot. Got me a little washer, spin dryer thing. Got my clothesline up there. Yeah, we're good. This is my summer home. Yeah, I've been coming here for a couple of years now, and there's some more clothes. I got more clothes than I got bodies to put them on. But yeah, and there's my tow truck, 2025 Ford Maverick, all-wheel drive, EcoBoost, XLT. It's not a hybrid. I get about 32 miles a gallon all around. When I'm towing, I get 17 to 18, depending on the wind. And there's Trike Man's Trike. That comes from libertytrike.com. If you're going to get yourself, or you need mobility and you're getting older, this thing works great for me. No kidding. Yeah, the batteries in that thing on the back there. Yeah, they've added the larger tires. I've had it about, I don't know, a year. And yeah, it works fine. Yeah, this is a great garage. I mean, this thing is very well built. Yeah. But at some point, I'll probably sell this place. So keep it in mind. If any of you guys want you a home base in New Mexico, that's a good location. I mean, you're very convenient to the little town of Carrizozo. You know, they don't have a grocery store, but they got a dollar store, Dollar General. They got a gas station that's got all kind of restaurant type food and stuff. So yeah, you're good there. And there's 20 miles to Capitan. They got a nice little grocery store there. And yeah, so all around, I'd give this place a 10. For me, of course. And then, of course, let's see what else. You got the view. And then on a day like this, it's perfect. You know, that's why I'm doing this video. But anyway, from Carrizozo, New Mexico, in my new 2025 Casita travel trailer. You know, see, they say it's 17 feet. Well, let me tell you what they do. They measure from the tip of the tongue here, the front, from that tip to the end of the bumper. So you see, you've got you got almost 4 feet right there, okay? That's not usable space. So I'm saying you've got 5 feet off. So you've actually got 12 feet of usable space. But of that 12 feet, if you move the shower out of the way and the bed out of the way, you've got about 5 feet. So they're not very roomy, okay? Yeah, there's that Reflectix on that window. And this is that, you see this cotton looking stuff here? That's the 3M stuff. I was going to put it in the top of a van I bought, and then I sold the van and I had that stuff left over. So I thought I'd use that. And that's a low profile fan, air conditioner, and I can't remember the brand. Coleman, I think. Yeah, but it's 9,200 BTUs. Will it cool this place in 100-degree temperature? Yeah. Yeah, it's all white. You know, it's all this white. You know, there's a big difference between white and black or dark colors in summertime, I promise you. But no, at 9,200 BTUs, heat and cool, or will cool this thing perfectly. So, having said that, from Carrizozo, New Mexico, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want. But if you're going to buy something from Amazon, use the Amazon link. Helps a little bit. Doesn't cost you anything. Drink plenty of water, stretch, walk, stand guard at the door of your mind, and enjoy your life the best way you can, man. I'm telling you, because it's passing. This is already May, you know, 2025. So guys, from the desert, high desert mountains areas of New Mexico, enjoy your life. Adios, guys. Bye-bye.